Good evening. It's Sunday night, the 22nd of November already, and it's day 326 of my journey to business alignment. Sundays, unlike other days, is a day where I have a different focus, but there's still days where I work hard to keep living the dream. The most unique thing about Sundays is that I strictly focus on sharpening the saw. So like most Sundays, I have the same power statement. And it says this: I'm going to focus on sharpening my saw today so that I set the table to have a successful start to my new week starting Mondays. Sundays, like I've been saying all year, is my day to get renewed and ready to start a brand new week of working on my business goals. And today was no different. So here's my to-do list I had for today for Sunday. Short, 3 highlighted ones, got them done. My number one most important task for today was to sharpen my saw. The fun task for today was to study with Kathleen, and my exciting task for today was to watch more videos on the power of the mind and what works as it relates to the universe and how it works in regards to the universe. Very unique. Because I don't focus on my business on Sunday, I get to work on the other 3 goals I set for 2020. One being increasing my knowledge on the mind and how it works, and that's called my intellect. Because of COVID-19, I haven't been able to do the special get-togethers with friends and old friends like I wanted to, in person. But I've been able to work on my spirituality and intellectual goals that I set, along with my physical goals of health and business. So good things are happening, and I'm focusing on all 4 of those 4 prongs. Now let's get going with the rest of my end of the day success routine questions. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? I did. Did you start your mornings with power? Check. Were you productive throughout your day? For the mind, yes, I was. Did you get the most important things done regarding that? Yes, I did. And I moved those goals forward in getting more stuffed into my mind, and I'm remembering more, and it's coming out of my mouth. It's great. Did you show up as the person you wanted to show up today? I did. What about your personal time with Kathleen? The entire day I was present for her, and she was present for you. It was a great day of relaxing together. Next are my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, with it being a Sunday, I should say this. Again, I just promised myself that I would simply work on sharpening my saw today. And that's what I did. So, bam, done. Way to go, Marty. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them, and were there any new movies, instant pre-play movies, that were called up onto the screen of your mind? Well, during my mindfulness time, which is part of my win the morning, win the day routine, I watched all my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, and then I took some time to imagine how I wanted to spend the day today, meaning what I wanted to do for my morning after my morning routine, and how I wanted to spend my afternoon, and what to do with Kathleen in that time. It makes it a lot easier to have some idea, a few thoughts jotted down of what I'm going to do, and then discuss it with Kathleen, see if it fits what she's wanting to do. It made for a perfect day today of relaxing together and enjoying the day together. So good. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing can I do better tomorrow? Even if the day goes sideways getting it done, I'd still feel like I was a success. Well, yesterday, I had as one thing that I could do better to improve on things going forward was to keep doing the tasks I have on my Entreport task list that I've still got to do. While Entreport and Fahad work on their tasks that have to get done before I can jump back in on the integration of this system into my website so it can work perfectly. Well, that's what I had for yesterday. Since I'm not working on my business today, I'm just going to leave that same power statement for tomorrow and just focus on sharpening my saw. So my power statement for tomorrow is going to say, I'm going to keep doing the tasks I have on my Entreport task list while Entreport and Fahad work on their small tasks that have to get done before I can continue integrating this system into my website so things work perfectly. The next question of my end of the day success routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that you made today that you can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, it's kind of hard to make mistakes when all you're doing is relaxing and studying and watching and spending time with your wife, right? So no mistakes or failures today. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, I wasn't doing some major things, but I did do some things well. My biggest success today that I did well was making sure that I focused my attention on Kathleen and me enjoying ourselves and our time together. And I certainly succeeded at that. Anyway, my next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I decided to give today's effort a 1. That's pretty low on the scale though, isn't it? Well, that's because I didn't work at all. I just relaxed at the speed of 1 for the entire day. So beautiful. So relaxing. So great. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says our life experiences are based on what we focus on. I selected this short principle because I have been following a win the morning, win the day success routine now and an end the day success routine since January 1st of 2020. In Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within You, he talks about 2 success routines where he lists 2 lists of questions to ask yourself, just like Croy Sather does, which I use Croy Sather's list of questions for the morning and for the evening. These question lists for the morning and for the evening before going to bed are designed to cause one to experience more happiness, excitement, pride, gratitude, and joy, commitment, connection, and love every day of our lives. Quality questions create a quality life. If you really want to create a shift in your life, make this a part of your daily ritual for personal success, your daily routines in the morning and the evening before going to bed. By consistently asking yourself these kinds of questions, you'll find, like I have, and you've seen me do it in my video journal now for almost 10 and a half, 11 months, by consistently asking yourself these kinds of questions, you'll find, like I have, that you will access your most empowering emotional states of mind on a regular basis, and you'll begin to create the highest ways to these emotions of happiness, excitement, pride, gratitude, connection, joy, commitment, and love. In time, they will become habit thinking to you and for you as they fire off automatically just out of habit, and you'll have trained yourself how to ask these empowering questions. Man, these principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for, the law of empowering questions, which says learning how to ask yourself empowering questions will help you to not only serve the better you, but you will end up serving others too. The better you serving others, it becomes a gift to others. Learning to focus on what is empowering and not, and what is disempowering to you and not, you will have empowering ideas come. You'll attract these empowering, great questions will impact empowering ideas. The opposite is also true though, so be wary, be aware of that. The key is to ask the right kind of empowering questions and not those that attract disempowering ideas or thoughts. This is kind of a questions technology, so to speak, that can help you attract what you want and not what you don't want, but only if you ask the right kinds of questions of yourself. Never speak what you don't want. Always speak what you do want. Listen to yourself sometimes. Have someone listen to you and see, was that disempowering? Did I ask the right thing or speak the wrong thing? Did I speak something I don't want to have happen? Be careful. There are 2 sets of empowering questions in this question technology. Morning questions, like I said, and evening problem-solving questions, which I have mentioned already. You hear me do it every morning, evening, as I do the accountability questions too. It is either what it is or what could be versus what it isn't, and what it is inevitably the kind of questions you want to avoid, the negative ones. The questions we ask ourselves helps us get into the right state of mind or puts us in the wrong state of mind. We got to be so careful. Next, I'm grateful for John Locke, who said, reading furnishes the mind only with materials of knowledge. That's true. It is thinking that makes what we read ours, when we take ownership of it by right thinking. Asking the wrong questions, the disempowering questions, render our inner power, the plus factor, inaccessible. We actually block this plus factor from being released so that it can help us. Just know that in a matter of a few short minutes of asking the right kind of questions, we can release this power by asking positive, empowering questions of ourselves, even when we're faced with absolute frightening circumstances. It is all a matter of right thinking, possibility thinking, and the right kind of questions. I think I'll stop there. I'm tired, so I'm going to stop. I'll be back here tomorrow night, right here at my laptop tomorrow night. Until then, though, I wish you continued success. Good night.